Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca. Let's talk about makeup. So, if you have watched any of my recent videos, you have listened to me whine and complain about, oh, how busy I've been. I've been so busy, I haven't had time to wear makeup. So today we're starting a new project. I know, it doesn't make any sense. But I just woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? This sounds fun. Let's do it. Let's try it. Let's see where this goes. So the project I am joining is the That's Expensive Project Pan. This project was created by Misty from Misty Pans. I'm pretty sure she's taking a hiatus from YouTube at the moment, but she has a lot of videos that you can watch on her channel. I will link her down below. Also, I don't know what's happening to my hair today. I don't know what's happening. We're just going to carry on. So the That's Expensive Project Pan was created by Misty to help encourage us to use our nice things. My 8-year-old daughter is always saving her nice clothes for a special occasion, but she's 8 and I know how quickly she's going to grow out of everything. So I'm constantly telling her, honey, life is a special occasion. Wear the clothes. And that's kind of the essence of this project. So I have made some lists of all of my not all of my high-end makeup. This is all high-end makeup. It's not the entirety of my high-end makeup because what I kind of am basing this off for myself for this project is not necessarily the dollar value of the product, either what I paid for it or its retail value. And that's very arbitrary. What is expensive to you is it's very relative. What I am going based off of is what feels special to me. And so I do have some high-end makeup that just doesn't feel special to me. So I'm not including that in this project, to be perfectly honest. This project could be called the Pat McGrath project because a lot of this stuff is Pat's stuff. I really do appreciate that about the Pat McGrath makeup that I have. It does make me feel very special when I'm putting it on. And that's kind of what I'm going for. So my goal is to have a full face of makeup that makes me feel all fancy. And I am thinking that I will probably be aiming for wearing a full face of this makeup 4 or 5 times a month. So I'm not going to really be going hard on this. These are all going to be usage goals. We're not going to be finishing anything here. So at least not on purpose. So if we accidentally finish something, that's great, but I'm not going to count on that. So it's going to be, for me, this is just going to be a very chill project where I have fun using some of my fancy stuff. So I don't know necessarily if I will be updating this every month. It might be every couple of months when I'm ready to switch things out. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. We're just going to start. I'm not going to set a firm usage goal on it for this first month. This project has been going by since January. I believe January was when it started, but I'm just jumping in right now. And it goes until December, I believe. Also, if I didn't mention this, I will link everything down in the description box. This is a Pantastic Ladies collab. I will link the Facebook group for the Pantastic Ladies in case you would like to join us. Anyway, okay, so I have some wheels here. We're going to randomly choose an eyeshadow palette, a foundation and a concealer, and a lipstick. And then I'm going to randomly choose one of my face palettes. I have a lot of really nice face palettes that I need to get more use on. So we're going to randomly pick a face palette, and anything that is missing we'll then choose from my list of singles. So if it's a face palette with a blush and 2 highlighters, for instance, I have a few of those, then we will pick a powder and a bronzer. If it's missing blush, we'll pick a blush, etc., etc. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, enough talking, Rebecca. Let's get on with it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spin for an eyeshadow palette. I'm very excited about this. This is not all of my eyeshadow palettes that are roughly in this category. There are a few others that I initially had added to this list, but I have removed them because they are currently in other projects. For instance, my Pat McGrath Sunlit Seduction. I have that in my deck of panning for like 30 uses. So that's going to be in there for a while. I took that out. It's not an area in which I feel like I need to double dip. I have nothing against double dipping as far as projects go, but I don't feel like I need to in this particular instance. So we're going to roll for an eyeshadow palette first. This is the one I'm the most excited about. So here we go. Pat McGrath Eternal Eden. Oh my goodness. That's my newest Pat McGrath quad. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. There is some color story overlap with that palette, that quad, and the Sunlit Seduction. I have to admit, there is some recurrence there, but I am excited to use this quad because it is my newest, and I haven't gotten a lot of use out of it. Let us pick a foundation. Now, these aren't all of my foundations. These are just the ones that feel fancy to me. They feel particularly special. The Estee Lauder Futurist. That's exciting too. That's another foundation that I haven't gotten nearly enough use out of, and it is really, really nice. So I'm excited about that one as well. Let's get a concealer. I only have a few options for this one, but I wanted to randomize it anyway. Huda Beauty Faux Filter. It's the one I've been using most lately anyway, but I'm cool with that. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Okay, let's do a face palette now, and then we will fill in the gaps. So here are my high-end face palettes that I would like to get a little more use out of. Natasha Denona, my Dream Cheek palette. Oh, such a nice one. That's been in a project already this year, but I am not mad. I am perfectly happy to get some more use on that one because she is so pretty. So that is a blush and 2 highlights. So we still need powder and bronzer. I only have powder and bronzer. I only have a couple options. I think bronzer I have like 3 options, 2 options, something like that. We're going to randomize it anyway. I am not going to be choosing a mascara. I don't often wear mascara, brows, eyeliner, that sort of thing. Those things don't in particular. I have some high-end versions of those, but those I tend to use the same thing no matter what. So I don't really feel like that's something that's gonna... Wait a second, we also need to pick a lipstick. Okay, we also need to pick a lipstick. So before we do the powder and bronzer, let's pick a lipstick. Natasha Denona Liquid Lip in Bare. Ooh, that's a nice, I think that's going to go really well with the blush. Okay, let's choose a powder. NARS Light Reflecting. Ooh, that's a nice one. I have hardly gotten any use out of my NARS Light Reflecting eyeshadow powder. Under eye powder. It's the under eye powder. I bought it at the same time as the Charlotte Tilbury just to kind of compare the two. They're just little minis, and I think they're both pretty comparable, but I haven't gotten a lot of use out of the NARS, so that's a good one to have pulled. We also need a bronzer. I've got like 2 options here. We're going to randomize them anyway. Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. That's exciting. Okay, I actually really quite like that. I do feel like for contour, I feel like I have to build it up a little bit, and especially as I get a little bit more color in the warmer months, there's a lot more layering that I really want to do with a bronzer, but it is still really nice. And I'm still pretty pale right now, and probably will be for the next couple of months. So that is not a bad one to pull. So I am going to go grab all of these products and we will take a look at them. Okay. I have pulled my products. First, we have my Pat McGrath, first we have my Pat McGrath Labs Quad in Eternal Eden, which is the, listen, I know, it's pink, it's pink, it's pink, okay? Do you do anything else, Rebecca? Sometimes, not really. I'm not mad at it. I'm excited to wear this quad. It is so pretty. Let's swatch, shall we? Just for the heck of it. So I'm just gonna go clockwise from the top left. Oh, so pretty. This pink gold, I love it. than the bright pink in here. I think that probably scares most people away from this particular quad, but I love it. Then we kind of have that mid-tone sparkly pink, and then the deeper kind of dusty mauve color, which you know that I love. You know that is just, love it. I'm really excited to get more use out of her. There is some overlap between this and the Sunlit Seduction palette that I'm trying to get 30 uses on, but I'm sure that I will be able to find time in my busy schedule to wear this beautiful little quad. Okay. Then I pulled the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. This is a beautiful, beautiful concealer. I love it. It has been my everyday concealer for the majority of the last, I want to say 14 months, 15 months, over a year now. Really, really love this. I have it in the shade Coconut Flakes 2.7N. As the weather gets warmer and I start to get a little bit more, as I start to move into my summer shade, this becomes quite highlighting on me a little bit more than I prefer. It's much better for me in the winter. I don't think that's going to be a problem for me in this project. I just don't think that I'm going to have this in the rotation long enough for it to really matter as far as skin tone goes. Then for powder, I have my NARS Light Reflecting Powder, which looks like this. It's a beautiful powder. It has, you can see, looking at it in the pan, it does appear to have shimmer, but I cannot see that shimmer at all on the skin. Like even swatching it here on the back of my hand, I don't see any. There's some luminosity to it for sure, but it does not, even close up, does not look like shimmer. So it's a really nice powder, very lightweight. So for bronzer, oh, where's the face palette? This is the Natasha Denona My Dream Cheek trio. This was in I think I pulled it in Deck of Panning, in my first round of Deck of Panning. I really enjoy it. This is a beautiful, beautiful blush. I really love the tone of this blush. I think it's going to go really well with this eyeshadow look here in particular. I'm going to swatch the two highlighters. This is the cream and then the powder. So cream, powder. Really beautiful. They look pretty intense here, but they can be buffed into the skin really, really well and really melt in. I like this whole trio. It's really, really nice. This is the Hollywood. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. I feel like for the price, this ought to be my favorite. Oh my goodness. I just went straight over that highlighter, didn't I? Well, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, I feel like for the price, this should be my favorite. It's not. It's not my favorite. It is really nice though. And unlike most people, I really like this packaging. It can be a little bit messy, but I don't know. It's just, I find it really convenient, and it puts just the perfect amount of product on my skin. Last, we have the Libby. This is my Natasha Denona liquid lipstick in the shade 22 Bear. I also think this is going to go really, really nicely with the blush and the eyeshadow. That is just so up my alley right there. That's to me, that seems like a very cohesive. It dries down a little bit darker than this. I feel like this is a very cohesive face right here. I think that worked out really well for me. And I'm excited. I'm excited to get more use on all of these product. Leanna, this is all your fault. I am excited to get more use on all of these products. So I think this was a good pull. Okay. I'm really excited now to get this all on my face. I already have a face of makeup on, and I need to go take it off now so I can go to the gym. But, I don't know. I can't promise that I won't come home from the gym, wash my face, and then just put all of this on just for fun. Do any of you do that? Do you ever put on a full face of makeup right before you shower or right before you go to bed? Just because it's so low stakes, if you don't like it, that's fine. Nobody needs to see you in it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's fun and I enjoy putting makeup on. So might actually do that. Anyway, so I am not going to put a usage limit on this for this first month or two, for this first cycle. I'm just going to see how I can work these into my other projects that I have that are going on right now, how it's working with my lifestyle this month. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more time to dedicate to these projects than I did last month, because to be perfectly honest, when I don't get to put on makeup, I'm sad. I'm sad when I don't get to play with my beautiful, colorful things. So I'm not going to put a usage limit on it for this round. I'm just going to kind of see where it goes. And then at the next update, when we roll new products, I'm going to decide at that point what a challenging but attainable usage goal for each of those products would be. So anyway, thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.